All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be taking you through class. Let's go ahead and come on up to our feet. All right, once you're on up to your feet, we're going to start with 3 cycles of breathing. So go ahead and kind of root yourself down into the ground. Push down into your feet. Bring the hands in front of the chest. Pull the chin in. If you know the drill, go ahead and close the eyes. Otherwise, breathe in as you reach up to overhead. Really fill your body with air and then exhale. Open through the chest. Bring the arms down to the side. Very good. Twice more. Breathe and reach. Nice deep breaths, lifting up out of the hips and shoulders, and nice and gradual on the exhale, bringing the arms down, opening through the chest. Fantastic. Last time. Breathe in, lift and extend up. And then let it all go, all the way out. Shoulders back and down, nice and relaxed. Beautiful. From there, just get a little bounce into the legs. And then we're going to let those arms be nice and heavy. We're going to start just gently rotating the body side to side. Allow the arms to be heavy, just like tree branches here. There you go. Just get a nice gentle twist through your spine. And then after about 3 to 5 times back and forth there, allow the arms to start to bend at the elbows. Just let them gently start to hit against the body. And if you're not already, bring some awareness to your breath. There you go. Nice gentle exhale as the arms gently slap against the body. And relax. Go ahead and walk the feet in a little bit closer, toes pointing straight ahead. You're going to bring the arms behind the head, bend into the knees, and now lifting up through your midline. You're going to bow forward, sending the hips back, looking down towards the floor. Pushing through your feet, stand tall, looking straight ahead. Welcome. Chin in, looking down. Long spine here, and then straight ahead, looking up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back as you stand, bowing forward. Standing tall, think shoulders down out of the ears. Couple more. Over. If you happen to be pretty long and flexible in those hamstrings, just go to about 90 degrees and then come from there. Last one. Over and up. Fantastic. Once you finish that, we're going to balance on one leg. So feel free to balance or, steady yourself with your arms as needed. Otherwise, lifting up, lift one foot off the ground, shoulders back and down, and we're going to roll these ankles around. So about 5 times one direction, still lifting up out of the hip. If it helps you to stabilize a little bit better, you can put the hand on the hip. And then when you're ready, rotate the other way, up and around. Keep those shoulders down out of the ears. Fantastic. And then go ahead and switch when you're ready. Same thing, other foot. Place that foot down. Lift everything up, shoulders back. Find that balanced posture. Gently lifting that foot up, and then we'll go into those ankle rolls. About 5 times one way. Good. And about 5 times the other. Fantastic. Next, we're going to go into a calf stretch. That toe up and then sink into it. If you have a step nearby, you can drop the heel off of a stair, like a little step stool. Otherwise, we're going to hold here about 20 seconds. Tall chest, shoulders back. Lengthening the back of that leg. And if you want to add a little bit to it, you can just gently bend the knee in, bringing the knee towards the wall and then extending it back out. It's really slight, probably just comes in about an inch or so, bending it in and extend once more. Shift in and then extend that knee back out. From there, go ahead and relax that side. Same thing, other side. Heel down, toe up. Go ahead and stand right into it. Again, shoulders back, standing tall, just inviting the back of that calf to relax. And a great time to still continue to connect to your breath. Take a nice deep breaths in. Very good. Once you're starting to loosen that up, if you want to go into that little knee bend, bending the knee in about an inch or so, extending it back out. Again, just gently pushing it forward and extend one last time. Sinking in and back. Fantastic. Go ahead and come off of that. Shake it out, and we're going to go into our quad stretch next. So again, working on some balance, or feel free to steady yourself with your upper body. We're looking to grab that foot, pulling the heel towards the glute. Just keep lifting up out of that support leg. You don't want that hip to drop down to the side. So pulling up Practicing some balance at the same time that we're stretching here. Let's go about another 10 seconds. I'm going to keep that thigh nice and level as you drive that leg back. And 2, 1, go ahead and release. Good job. In between legs, take a nice wide base stance, tall chest. I was stretching my left, so just make sure you know which side you just stretched. We're going to go a little side lunge here, opening up the inner thighs, back to center, and then shift your weight to one side, driving that heel down, pushing the knee out, and then again, back to center. 2 to 3 each time. And we're looking to open up this inner thigh and make a point here to keep your feet flat on the ground. So try not to come off the sole of the foot, pushing the feet down into the floor. Back to center. One more or so each side. Hinging over. Seeing if you can get just a little bit deeper each time. Up and second side. Make sure you balance yourself out there. Once you do, go ahead and walk the feet back in. And then we're going to go quad stretch on that opposite side. Place the foot, lift up through that midline. Find that good balance posture. Or please feel free to steady yourself. We're pulling the foot towards the glute. Gentle stretches here. Just getting some general stretching in, and now we're going to get ready for some blood flow next. A couple more seconds on this quad stretch. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and release. Fantastic. All right, everybody. So we're going to go 2 cycles through. It's going to be about 5 minutes total of 30 seconds of work. And then we'll transition into our next movement. All right. So we're going to start with either a step jack or a jump jack. So stepping out to the side, arms up to overhead. And then anytime you feel ready to add a little bit more dynamic work to it, you can do a little bit of light jumping. Just make sure you're staying nice and light on the feet. Fantastic. Good smooth breathing. We're gonna go into a march or a running high knee next. I'm gonna march the first time through. We'll do running high knees second time. So with the march, we're gonna add a little punch to it. So bring that knee up, punch across the body. Fantastic. Yeah, there you go. Allow that breathing to come a little bit higher. 10 more seconds. All right, we're gonna go into a Sumo Inchworm next. 2, 1, and relax. Wide base stance. Reach down for the ground. You're gonna walk your hands out, coming to the top of a push-up. You're gonna walk your hands back, come to standing and squeeze the backside. And then right back down, midline strong. Wide handprints. Maybe one more there. Walk it out, midline strong. Walking it back. And coming back to standing. Fantastic. Once you come back up, we're going to go into our ski or lunge next. So as you're coming up, I'll get us started. Start with your left foot forward, right foot, or your left foot back, your right foot forward. You're going to reach the hand, your left hand up, and then we drive into that front leg, step it forward, step back, drive through, step back, and drive through. Good. So it's just like a little partial lunge here. You really want to keep that front shin vertical and heel planted. Drive into that front heel. We have some lunges in the first circuit today, so we're using this little skier lunge to try to get some activation of those hip stabilizers. Let's go. A couple more, step it back. It's going to be your left foot forward, your right foot back. Ready. Drive through your front foot. Step back. Drive through. Good job. Chest tall, eyes up. Nice. Coordinate the breathing so it exhale as I swing that leg forward. Beautiful. Yep. Front heel firmly planted. Couple more. And back to our step or jump jacks. Great job. Second time through. On the second time through, instead of the Sumo Inchworms, when we get there, we're going to be doing a no push-up burpee. If you prefer to stick with those inchworms, by all means. 15 seconds left here on these step jacks or jump jacks. Running high knees is next, or you're welcome to stick with the march we did in round 1, 2, 1, and transition. Either running in place, running high knees, or stick with the march. Great job. Woo. Smile as you start to feel our body warming up. Tell your body that this is good. Breathe in, building up some strength. Good job. 10 more seconds. No push-up burpee is next. And treat it like a warm-up, nice and controlled movements. And here we go, reaching down for the floor, wide handprint. Step back, come into a push-up, step tall. Try to alternate which foot steps back, which foot steps up. Midline nice and strong when you skip back there. Squeeze the glutes and squeeze your backside to pull yourself up to vertical. Very good. 1 to 2 more. Skier steps are next. Whew, wonderful. Your left foot's gonna start forward. I'll be on my right, your right foot back. Reach that right arm forward, and 2, 1. Here we go, drive through the front foot. Knee goes up. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Fantastic. Eyes looking straight ahead. There you go, good, nice smooth movements. 10 more seconds here and then we'll switch legs. This is the end of our blood flow piece here this morning. And last one, fantastic. Go ahead and switch your right foot forward. Your left steps back, left arm starts up. And here we go, drive through that front foot. Fantastic. Reach and drive. There you go. Not just a physical exercise, get our brain working too. Coordinate the opposite arm with the opposite leg. Be kind to yourself if you're a little bit off. You'll get it. Good, a few more. Whoop. Get a little bit unbalanced. Really find that front foot. Grip those. 2. And relax. Nice. If your water is convenient, grab a drink. From there, let's go ahead and just loosen up the hips a little bit more. Standing hip circles, hands on the hips. Go ahead and circle those hips around. There we go, 3 to 5 one way. And then when you're ready, go ahead and reverse directions, 3 to 5 the other. Fantastic. From here, we're going to say hello to the hamstrings a little bit more. Single leg hamstring stretch. Take your left foot, extend it out. Hands behind the head. And then similar to what we did in the first part of the warm-up with 2 legs, you're going to bow forward, say hello to the back of the hamstring, and then standing tall. 3 to 5 on each side. There we go. And up. And last one. Good job. Go ahead and switch. Heel down, toe up, hands behind the head, and bowing forward. Same thing other side. All right, very nice. So we're gonna get ready for some single leg work. We're gonna be doing a reverse lunge, all on the left leg to start. And then you can either come down to the floor or use an elevated posture for a Renegade Row. If you have dumbbells that you can use, we'll go 30 seconds of a Renegade Row, and then we'll come up, we'll lunge on your right leg, and then we'll go back down for the Renegade Row. We're alternating arms. And we're gonna do that 3 times. So again, single leg lunge, all on one leg for 30 seconds. If you don't quite feel ready for the lunge, you can either do the skier step we just did in the warm-up, or you can practice some just regular balance work, just holding on one leg, okay? With or without weights. So if you don't feel quite ready or not sure what we're doing, go ahead and just watch this first set, and then you can join us on sets 2 or 3. Otherwise, we're gonna go in 10 seconds. Let's go unweighted for this first round, unless you're really confident that you're warm. You're gonna be stepping your left foot back first. So eyes up, standing nice and tall, and 2, 1, here we go. Stepping it back, controlling that knee down. If you feel ready for that, Drive through that front foot. Now we're not alternating. We're going to stay on that side. Control back, up and forward. Nice. Chest up. Front heel firmly planted, shin vertical. Back and down, up and forward. Fantastic. A few more. We're gonna have like 15 seconds in between exercises, so plenty of time to transition. One more there, stepping it back and up and forward. Fantastic. Down to the Renegade Rows or that elevated plank row. And in position, going in 3, 2, 1, here we go. I have my feet just a little bit wider than my shoulders. We're trying to have as little shift as possible between the shoulders and the hips. Elbows nice and high, shoulder blade back and down. Fantastic. Really working the midline here. Also, obviously, some upper body work, starting to warm up those shoulders. Couple more on each side. Oops. So you're not going to roll out from your weights. 2, 1, and make your way back up to your feet. Fantastic. We started on that left leg. Now it's going to be on the right leg. Going in 5. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right leg steps back this time. Driving through that front foot up and forward. Eyes up, good steady breathing. Nice. And fantastic. I'm not doing it, but I see some of you on the live screen coordinating the arms just like we did in the warm-up. That's fantastic. So the foot that steps back, that's the arm that you reach forward. Beautiful. 1 to 2 more. 2, 1, and rotate. Good job. Coming back for Renegade Rows. So this is the second half of set 1. I'm going to place those feet in position. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow up. Once you know what you're doing, focus your gaze so that you're looking right between the wrist. And if you're someone that's really flexible through those elbows, tend to be a little hypermobile in your joints, make sure you keep a little give in that elbow, not allowing it to lock out. Fantastic. 2, 1, and transition. That's the end of set 1. Go ahead and come on up. We'll take 15 seconds from here, and then we'll be back to our lunges on the left leg. If you want to hold a little bit of weight this time, you can. Either up at the chin or down at the sides. Eyes up. Again, left leg's going to be doing the step back. 2, 1, here we go. Good control. All on one side. Drive through that front heel to propel yourself up and forward, keeping that front shin vertical. Fantastic. Halfway. Eyes up, chest up. One more, 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Back down for our renegades. Placing those hands in position. Good base of support. And 2, 1, here we go. Elbow up. Focus that gaze right between the wrist. Don't worry about speed so much on this one. We're focused on control between the shoulders and the hips. Even pausing with the weight or your hand against your torso. Nice high elbow position. Fantastic. Maybe one more each side. And rotate. Fantastic. Second half of set 2. So we're going into the right leg. We'll have the left foot forward. Nice deep breath as you come to your feet. Eyes looking straight ahead. And 2, 1, whenever you're ready. Right foot steps back. Pushing that left foot to propel up and forward. Good. Very nice. That shin vertical. Nice, ladies. You know what you're doing. Eyes up, looking straight ahead. And I like to think about like what's happening at my belly button too. So as I drive my chest forward, I think about keeping my belly button like right underneath my sternum. So I don't let that chest start to drop. Push that belly button forward. Last one. And rotate. Good job. Second half of round 2 with these Renegade Rows. Place your hands in position. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Breathe, elbows up. Really focus on bracing through that midline. So you're using all the different layers of the muscles in your midline and core to support, especially as you go one side to the other. Keep that shoulder down out of the ear. Fantastic. And 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Let's take 30 seconds here. Go ahead and grab a drink. Then we have one more round, the lunges and the Renegade Rows. Fantastic. All right, everybody, we're going to go in 15 seconds. We'll be back to our left leg doing the step back. So the right foot will be planted forward. Go ahead and get into position, looking straight ahead. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Left foot steps back. Drive that front heel down to the right. Fantastic. Chest up and eyes up. If you're holding the weight here, we call it the front rack position like I am. As you sit back, don't let those elbows drop. So try to keep your elbows up the whole time. 10 seconds left. There you go. And 2, 1, and transition. Second to last time with those Renegade Rows. Come on down. Place those hands beneath the shoulders. Place those feet just outside the hips. And whenever you're ready, elbow up. Stay connected to that breathing. Nice strong support through the single arm that's supporting on your body. So pushing down into your weight or into the floor. Fantastic. We have 10 seconds. Keep pulling that elbow nice and high. Very good, Sharon. Last time each side. And rotate. Good work. Coming up to our feet. Final bit of lunging. All right, it's going to be our left foot forward, right foot doing the work, stepping back. Oh, different weights. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right foot steps back. Chest stays tall. Nice. There you go. Moving well. Eyes up, looking straight ahead. 10 seconds. Beautiful. Great job, Jean. 2, 1, and rotate. Final time in the Renegade Row. This is our final exercise of set 1. We'll have a little stretch break. 2, 1, here we go. Midline strong. Pull those elbows high. Good work. Pausing at the top, having really good control through that movement. Pulling that weight right into your rib cage. Fantastic. Almost there. Pull that shoulder blade back. And 2, 1, and all done there. Fantastic. Go ahead and come off your hands. Let's stay down here on the floor for a moment. If your water is convenient, feel free to grab a drink, and then we're going to go into child's pose. All right, we're going to give some attention for the upper body. Stretching that out next because we got some upper body work in the next circuit. I'm just going to adjust this a bit. All right, for child's pose, toes together, knees divide. Reach those arms out nice and long and rock the hips back. Some of you are probably already there. Nice deep breaths into the back of the rib cage. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk the hands to your right side. Take your left arm, reach it nice and long, and then lower your body down for a child's pose side stretch here. Get a nice stretch along the side of that body. Release tension in the sides of the body. It helps the rest of the body. Our low back helps release. Shoulders help release. And same thing other direction. Walk your hands to your left. Take your right arm this time, stretch it out nice and long and lower down. Drop the head down. Try to center your breathing so that you think about breathing into wherever you feel the tension. So nice deep breath in. Nice long exhale out. Breathe in and out. Fantastic. And release. Good job. From here, feel free to stay kneeling, or if you prefer to come to a standing position. We're going to go, your right arm reaches straight up. We're going to bend that elbow and stretch out the tricep. Head up, chin in. All right, so we're getting ready for some upper body work. We'll be doing a dip first. 30 seconds of a dip, 15 seconds in between each exercise. Go ahead and switch arms. From the dip, we go into push-ups. Bend that elbow, grab that elbow, pulling it back. After a set of some solid push-ups, then we're going to come up to our feet for what we call a goblet row. It's like a bent over row. And then we're going to go into an overhead tricep extension. So ideally, go ahead and release there. Just kind of swing the arms out. Let's go behind the back stretch next while I show this overhead extension. So just depending upon what you have available, ideally with the overhead extension, we're going to hold one weight, bring it straight behind us and extend. Okay, if you have, like, maybe you aren't set up to be able to do this comfortably, then you could do a tricep kickback where you have the arm parallel and kicking it back, turning it under, okay, supporting from like a box or bench. All right, so if that's the case, you'll do one arm, obviously, and then when we go to band pull aparts, you'll do your other kickback. So I'll kind of remind us when we get there. And then we're going to end the upper body circuit with the long band around our feet for a seated row. And then we'll do a little bit of mobility. So just follow me through it, 2 rounds through, just doing quite a bit of variety for the upper body, some pushing, some pulling, back and forth. All right, but we're going to start with a dip. So go ahead if you're going to use a chair or a box. All right. So it's going to be 2 sets total. And like I said, I'll just kind of talk you through it as we go. We're going to go dip and then push up second. So we're going to start in 10 seconds. Go ahead and come to the edge of the chair. Shoulders back and down, nice and broad through the chest. If you don't feel ready for a dip, you can also do a push up here. 2, 1, here we go. Lowering down and drive tall, lifting through your chest to the top. So kind of rotate through your armpits almost. You're trying to like bring the shoulders up and forward or chest forward. There you go. Lowering down and lift. Beautiful. Midline nice and strong. Good. 1 to 2 more. And rest and rotate. Fantastic. Coming down or elevated for a good solid push-up next. All right. So you're coming down to the ground, nice wide handprint, either on the knees or on the toes, and whenever you're ready, you want to lower down, ideally chest all the way down. You can also come down on the toes and up on the knees. It's like an in-between. Midline nice and strong. Control down, keeping those elbows relatively into the sides, not letting them wing out, and watching to not have any arch of your low back. Good. 10 seconds. If you get to where your push-ups are done, hold a plank. 2, 1, and transition. Very good. Coming up to your feet. If you have some weights you can hold, we're going to do a bent over row next. If you don't like the bent over position, you could do the seated row twice with the band around your feet. Otherwise, slight bend in those knees, hinging forward at the hips, chin in, and it's a double arm row. Reach forward, squeeze those elbows in, reach, and pulling it in. So kind of warming up the low back a little bit here too. Really holding strong, working on some Call it like some postural endurance for the low back area. Hold the chin in. And then anytime you need to take a little break, you just stand tall, and then you can hinge forward again, coming back into it. A couple more. Squeeze those shoulders back, reach forward. 2, 1, and rest. Go ahead and come on up. Next is our overhead tricep extension. If you can do the overhead, or you'll sub it with that kickback. All right, so if you can do the overhead, join me here. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Bending at the elbows and extending straight up. Good. Bend and extend. We want to watch not go into any kind of sway back posture. Eyes straight ahead. Nice. Very good. Yep, nice and smooth. Extending those elbows, controlling it down. 1 to 2 more. Down and extend it out. Beautiful. If you're in the double overhead, go ahead and bring it down. And we're going to go back to your band. If you're doing the kickback, obviously do the other arm for this next piece. Otherwise, we're going to go into some band pull-aparts. So reaching straight out in front of your body, shoulders back and down, and then you're going to just open through the band. Reach forward and open. Good. Breathe in to close. Exhale to open. Fantastic. Reach and open. Good. Keep those shoulders down out of the ears. Reach and squeeze. Go 2 more. Reaching forward. Squeeze it back. Last one. And release. Beautiful. Shake it down. Either come to a seat in the chair or go in and sit on the floor. Actually, on the floor. Keep your band in your hand. This is our last one before we stretch out the upper body in between the second set. Sitting nice and tall, around 1 foot or both. And here we go. Pulling those elbows back together. Reach forward. Turn your palms down to the floor and then rotate your palms up to the ceiling as you pull the band in towards your chest. Good. Reach. Pull it in. Almost think about like exaggerating, like how tall can I sit here? Broad chest, sitting up tall out of those sit bones. 10 more seconds. Squeeze back. Reach forward. Beautiful. And 2, 1, and release. Fantastic. There's set 1. Go ahead and grab a drink of water, but stay close to the ground. We're going to do our mid-back rotations here. All right, so 5 on each side. You're going to place one hand underneath the shoulder, nice wide handprint. Opposite hand comes behind the head. Elbow to the opposite elbow, lift up out of that bottom shoulder and peer up towards the sky. Let's get 5 quality on each side. Pause in that top position as you look towards the ceiling. Breathe in to close. Exhale on that rotation. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more. Fantastic. Same thing opposite side. Hand behind the head. Dip in. Lift and rotate. This is to get some good rotational work into that mid-back. Sometimes you'll feel it down into the hip as well. Really key to pause the top. That's where you get the most out of that movement. Get in that open position, encouraging your body to stay and hold that mobility. Last one. Fantastic. Shake it out. All right, go ahead and come on up. We're going to do that one more time through, starting back with that chair dip. And then our last circuit just has 2 pieces to it. All right, everybody, starting in 10 seconds, back with our chair dip. So our first 2 exercises are going to be the dip to the push-up. Shoulders back and down, 2, 1, here we go. Control down. Keep those elbows in, so meaning we don't want them to wing wide. Just think about trying to bring them close to each other as you lower. Lifting the chest to the top, really pushing all the way through, pushing down into your surface. So into your chair, maybe you're on a bench. Breathe, exhale as you lift. 10 seconds left. You can always hold the top position too if you get to where it's tough to press out. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. 15 seconds, making your way down for push-ups. All right. Place those hands nice and wide underneath the shoulders. 2, 1, and here we go. Control down, either up on the toes, or you can do on the knees as well. Whatever makes sense, that you're gonna have a really good positioning, not arching the back. Halfway. If you get to where that push is starting to suffer, you can just hold the plank at the top or come off your hands and shake it out. 1 to 2 more. We're coming up to our feet next for our bent over row. 2, 1, and transition. Coming on up. If you have a weight nearby, you can grab your weights. 2 weights, 1 in each hand, or 1 weight, holding it by each head of the dumbbell. Toes pointing straight ahead, little bend in those knees. Bow forward at the hips, and then here we go. Elbows in, reaching forward. You really want to have your weight securely planted through your heels. Feel the back side of your body activating here to hold this posture. Chin neutral, looking down towards the floor. Exhale as you squeeze those shoulder blades back. Very good. Less than 10. And 2, 1. Come on up. All right, overhead tricep extension. And grab your weight. You can stay standing if you'd like. Reaching up to overhead, and here we go. Bend those elbows and reaching straight up. Watch that sway back. So ribs down, chin in. Yep. Good. Halfway. Bending it down, locking it out. Fantastic. And the tricep extensions, if you're doing the kickback, so go to your opposite arm. Otherwise, we're going to grab our band for the pull aparts and rotate. Good job. Bringing that down. And grab that long band. Second to last exercise here. Standing tall, or you can do it seated. 2, 1. Here we go. Reaching straight out. And it's like pulling taffy, I'm told. Open, reach, and open. Good. Really key here. Shoulders down out of the ears. And like broad chest. Don't shoot your shoulders forward in the back. So open through the chest. Good. Fantastic. Couple more. We're going to take it down to the floor. And release. Good job. Taking it seated. Seated row. It's our last one, everybody. All right. Sit nice and tall. Can be around 2 feet or 1. Palms down with the arms extended. So down to the floor. And then whenever you're ready, you'll row back, rotate them up. So you get a little bit kind of like a bicep curl there at the end, reaching forward, pulling it back and in. It's not like a full curl, but you activate a little bit more of that bicep when you rotate that palm up as you squeeze the elbows back. Good. Continue to sit nice and tall out of those sit bones. Reach, squeeze back, a couple more. Forward, back, and release. Fantastic, everybody. Good work. All right, we're going to do one more time of those mid-back rotations. Help get us ready for our next and final piece of the workout. So you can either stay up on the hands like we did the first time, or if you'd like to come a little bit deeper, come down to the forearm of the support arm. From there, everything else is the same. Hand behind the head, elbow to the opposite elbow, and then lift up out of that bottom shoulder, peer to the ceiling. Pausing in that open position. Let's get 5 quality movements here. 5 good rotations. Breathe in, exhale, last one. Beautiful. Same thing, opposite side. Coming down to that forearm, hand behind the head. Elbow to elbow, lift and rotate. Breathe in and exhale. Turn your gaze to the ceiling as well. Try to look over that elbow, look through that shoulder. Last one. and release. Good job. While we're down here, place those hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring your knees in together. We're gonna do our little quadruped hip rock here, stretching out the side of the hips a little bit. Sometimes you'll feel a little release into the low back. We've got a little bit of a 9-minute piece to finish. The first one's gonna be a combo movement. It's gonna be 60 seconds of a thruster, and then you'll do a squat. So with or without weights, but I'll take you through it. All right, once you finish that hip rock, put the feet a little bit wider. Let's come into down dog. We'll make our way up to our feet. Open through the mid back first. And pedal out those heels. Then we're going to be doing a deadlift on the second movement. 45 seconds of a deadlift into 30 seconds of a step or jump jack, and then a 30-second rest. So as you're ready, walk your way up to your feet. And once you come up to your feet, we're going to start to warm up that squat. We did some lunging earlier, but we haven't done any just regular squatting yet. So take a nice deep breath. Place those feet about hip width apart. We're going to reach those arms out as we send those hips back. Take about 3 to 5 here to warm those up. And I'm going to demo what we're doing here in this workout. So the first piece, like I said, it's a combo. It's going to be a full minute where you're going to do your thruster, controlling down into the squat, driving up to overhead. That's your thruster. And then the second rep, you do a regular squat without the overhead push. So for a minute, you'll go thruster, keep the arms down for the next one, into a front squat, we call it, okay? And if you're not using weights, that's totally okay too. Just pretend you have them there. Squat with a reach, and then you can squat with the arms up and just give them a break. All right? We'll have a 15-second rest. Once you all finish your squat warm up, let's go ahead. It feels good there. Because our second exercise is a deadlift. So you have a nice wide base stance. You'll hinge at the hips. Depending upon your weight, if it's a heavier weight, please use 2 hands the whole time. If you have a little bit of a lighter weight, you'll pick it up with 1 hand, control it down, and then you'll switch arms throughout. It's 45 seconds. From there, we go right into a step or jump jack, and then we have our break. Questions on that? All right, if there's not any questions, go ahead and take a little drink. We're gonna get started here in 20 seconds. 3 times through, everybody, 3 times through. All right, starting in 10 seconds. It's gonna be that thruster plus the front squat first, and you got a full minute here. So pace yourself, set your feet about hip width apart, eyes straight ahead, and here we go. Setting the hips back. Thruster first, reaching up to overhead, and then a regular squat. There it is. And then just find your rhythm here. That's your pattern. 1 with the overhead press, the next rep without. Nice, Jean. Good, Sharon, eyes up. Smooth breathing. Anyone that's newer to this, feel free to work your way into it. That's 30 seconds if you want to kind of pause there. Have a little bit more rest. Just allow your muscles in your body to adapt to these reps. The goal here is to give you a good workout, but I don't want anyone feeling like they can't get on and off the toilet the next day or get on and off the chair. So that's 45 seconds. So pace yourself as needed. Almost there. Great job. And 3, 2, 1, transition. Good work. Deadlift next. So you'll have 1 weight right between the legs. Depending upon the size of your weight, you'll use 1 hand or 2. Nice and long through the spine. Bend into your knees. Hinge at the hips. And here we go. Squeeze the glutes. Control down. If you're doing single arm, you're going to alternate each rep. That's it. Sending those hips back, pulling the belly button in. Well done. Long spine here. So you kind of want to feel the hamstrings a little bit as you hinge over. Nice flat back. That's 30 seconds. You have 15 more. Chin in as you bow forward, looking straight ahead at the top. And 2, 1, and rotate. Good job. Set your weights down. Out to the side, and then whenever you're ready, step jacks or jump jacks. A little blood flow here to finish the circuit. Good. 15 seconds left, then we have a 30-second rest. Fantastic. Keep it rolling. Breathe. 2, 1, and relax. All right, 30 seconds rest. We'll be back to our thruster and front squat combo. Great job, everybody. Great time to grab a drink. All right, going in 10 seconds. So with weights, you can hold them at the shoulders or you can hold one underneath the chin. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Full squat in that overhead press, and then one full regular squat. Heels planted, sitting the hips back. Losing my words this morning. Nice strong push to overhead. Always focus to not overarch that back. One with the overhead reach and one without. Having good control into that squat. That's our 30-second mark, everybody. So even if you've been coming to sessions, but if you're having a day that you're just feeling a little bit more lower energy, always feel free to shorten those intervals a little bit. That's 45 seconds. Great work. And maybe one more. 3, 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Deadlifts next. Nice wide base stance. Tall chest here. Bend into the legs. And whenever you're ready, one arm or two, standing tall, controlling down. Really want to fire the glute, fire the backside. Wake up that bum. It's our first 15 seconds. We do this one for 45. Beautiful. Keep that breathing nice and consistent. That's our 30-second mark. 15 more if you're going the full 45. And 3, 2, 1. Set your weight down. And we're right into those step jacks or jump jacks. As soon as I get my balance there. Woo! Into set 2. Just one more. Great job. And feel free to dance. Shake it out, 10 seconds. Just have some fun. Move your body. Getting some good blood flow and lymph flow into your system. And rest. All right, 30 seconds. And then we'll do that one final time. Good stuff. Great session today, everybody. Got a lot of work in. All right, final round. Thrusters plus the front squat. Going in 5. Place the feet. 2, 1. Here we go. Control into that squat. Drive straight up to overhead. Remember, the second rep is without the overhead reach. Stay connected to your breathing. Just be nice and cyclical. Try to coordinate it with the movement. Nice job. There you go. That's our first 30 seconds. Got a full minute on this one. Whew. Turning up the heat. That's our 45 seconds. Eyes up, chest up. Fantastic. And rest and rotate. Good job. Final round of deadlifts. Set the feet about hip width apart. Nice tall chest. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. One arm or two. Push through your legs to stand. Long spine, hinging the hips back. Squeeze the glute. Fantastic. Chin in, looking down in the bottom, looking straight ahead as you stand. Keep that weight close to your center of gravity, so put it down right between your feet. We're over 30 seconds in. 10 seconds left. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Set the weights out of the way. Just our final 30 seconds of blood flow. Jump jacks, dance, march, whatever brings your body some joy right now. Finishing it out. Woo! There you go. Okay, clap your hands together. Clap your hands together. Help generate a little bit more energy. Woo! Smile. We are almost there. 2, 1, and we're all done. Woo-woo. Nice job, everybody. Virtual high fives. Grab your water and meet me on, actually, let's stay standing. Stay on our feet while we bring our heart rate down. Hey, Diane, great to see you. All right, we're gonna revisit that tricep side bend. We're gonna do it from a standing position this time. So step your left foot forward, right foot back. I'm catching my breath as well. Reach your right arm straight up. Check your posture here. So ribs down, midline engaged, bend that elbow. You're gonna reach around and grab that elbow. And now ever so gently, you're gonna shift your hip forward, fire that glute on the trail leg, and then take it into a side bend. So you're bending towards your front leg. So hip forward, bend to the side, chest up, and just up and down 3 to 5 times here with that side bend. You want to feel that stretch down into the side body. Up and down. A couple more. Very good. Go ahead and shake out those arms. Walk that leg in and switch sides. So now your left foot steps back. Left arm reaches up. Bend the elbow, chin in, ribs down, and start with shifting that back hip forward, firing the glute, and now when you're ready, bend to that front leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in as you come up to the top, breathe out as you go into that side bend. Let's go 2 more. Fantastic. Release those arms down, walk that back leg in. Let's go behind the back stretch, then we'll take it down to the floor. So root down into your legs, interlace those hands behind you, extend out those arms, opening through the chest, and then if you feel ready here, send those hips back, bow forward, and pull those arms up above your torso. Hold really strong in your legs here. Now take some nice deep breaths into the back. After a couple breaths, go ahead and release. Turn your hips under, come on up. Feel free to grab your water once again, and then meet me down to the floor. It's gonna finish with a little hip opener. All right, let's take if you wanna lie on your back, you can. I'm gonna show it from a seated position. Figure 4, right foot to the left thigh. Walk that leg in or hug that leg in. If you're seated here with me, shoulders back. We're just looking to target this outer hip area. Great job today. And now sometimes it's like you don't really feel the stiffness right after the workout, but it's over the next couple of days. You want to come back to these stretches. Listen to what your body's asking for. Let's go ahead and release that leg. Same thing other side. Cross the foot over and then walk it in or hug it in. Shoulders back. There you go. Nice deep breaths, bringing that heart rate back down. Now we want to kind of switch gears here with our bodies. We just intentionally cause some stress to our body with exercise to build ourselves back up to be stronger. Go ahead and release, come onto your side. But now we need to bring our nervous system down to more of a recovery state. We're gonna go quad stretch, grabbing that top foot, pulling the heel back. So your breath is one of your best tools that you always have with you to help calm your mind, help calm your body. So whenever you need to, you can just kind of close your eyes, feel yourself breathe in and feel your body expand with that air. And then on your exhale, feel everything relax down. Try to use your exhale to release any tension. When you're ready, flip it around, same thing other side. Grab that top foot, pulling it back. So it's really important that we don't live in a perpetual state of stress. So make sure you take some time to do what brings you joy. Spending time in nature, spending time with your family or friends, reading a good book. And release. Good job, everybody. Last one, on your back, 2-knee twist. So arms out to the side, legs up and together, and then you're going to bring both legs to one side as you look over that opposite shoulder. Breathe in, use your midline to pull them up and across. Same thing other side, looking over the other shoulder. All right, a couple more times back and forth. This is where I'm gonna leave you all here and go ahead and stop the recording. Please make sure to stay hydrated, treat your body well, and we hope to see you next time.